Hey, hello there. How are you doing? I hope you are enjoying this module. So in this video, we are going to discuss about few facts of the pointers, and this video is going to be very interesting. It is going to, give you a very good information about the pointers. So let's quickly get started. Before discussing about the facts of the pointer, let's first create one pointer. Okay, so for that I have written a simple code snippet. So let me just add one variable over here. So let's create one integer type variable, and then we'll store its address in a pointer. Okay, so let's do that. Let me create a variable, let's say integer, let's say var, and let me also initialize it with 10. Okay, now let's create a pointer to this variable. So how we will create the pointer? What is the syntax? So we have to write data type of the variable to which we have to point, or whose address we want to store, right? So in this case it is int. Then we have to write star, and then we have to write name of the pointer. So we can give any name. So let me name it as pvar. And then we have to initialize it. So let me initialize it. So let me write pvar is equal to, let's say, and var. Okay, so this is one pointer. I have created one pointer for integer variable. Let me also create one more pointer, and this time let me create a pointer to a float variable, or let me create a pointer to a double variable. So let me create one double variable. Now let's name this variable as, let's say, dvar. Let me also initialize it with, let's say, 1.5. And now let's quickly create a pointer to this variable. So let me write double star pdvar, pointer to dvar is equal to address of dvar. I hope now you are comfortable with this syntax. It's very easy. Okay, the syntax of creating a pointer is very easy. Now tell me, what is the size of integer variable? It's 4 byte, right? Let's quickly see. Let's display the size of integer variable, that is var, programmatically. So for that, let me write cout, and to get a size we have to use size of operator, right? So size of operator takes one operand, and in this case it is going to be name of my variable name. So in this case it is var, and let me also write endl at the end of cout. Similarly, if we want to display size of the double variable, we will have to write size of dvar, right? Okay, cool. Now let's quickly compile our code. So let me write g++ followed by name of the file. It is pointersfacts.cpp. Okay, let's compile this file. It is getting compiled, and now let's quickly execute this file. Okay, so you can see that size of the integer variable is 4 and size of the double variable is 8. Now let's see what is the size of the pointer variable. See, as we are saying, it is a pointer, and pointer is nothing but a variable. See, what is definition of pointer? Pointer is a variable which stores address of another variable. So pointer itself is a variable, right? So that variable, which is a pointer variable, will also have some size. Let's see what is the size of the pointer variable. So for that we'll use same operator, that is size of operator, and now let's print size of pvar. So let me write print size of pvar. Similarly, let's also print size of pdvar. So let's see what is size of pdvar. Okay, so let me also draw one separator in between. Cool. Now let's quickly compile this code. Let's see what is the size of these two pointers. This is very exciting, right? Okay, now it is getting compiled. Okay, it has got compiled. Let's quickly run this code. You can see the size of both the pointers is 8 bytes. Okay, is it something that you were expecting? I mean, just ask yourself this question: what was the answer that you were expecting when I was running this code? So maybe few of you might be thinking that size of integer type pointer will be 4 bytes, or few of you might be thinking that it will be 8 byte, or it will be some number, right? So there is one interesting fact about the pointer. This is very important. Each and every pointer, doesn't matter it is of which type, doesn't matter, each and every type of pointer will have same size. I will again repeat my statement. Each and every type of pointer will have same size. So if it is a pointer to integer variable, if it is pointer to char variable, if it is pointer to double variable, doesn't really matter. Each and every pointer variable will have same size, and in modern machine it is going to be 8 bytes. If you are using some old machine, then it is going to be 4 bytes. Okay, so it depends on your machine type, but it is going to have the same size. So pointer to character, if it is having 8 byte size, then pointer to integer will also have 8 byte size. If pointer to integer is having 16 byte size, then pointer to character will also have 16 byte size. And the size that the pointer variable will get depends on your machine type, depends on what hardware you have, how many bits operating system you are using, or how many bits bus you are using. So on those factors this size is determined. Okay, on size of the address bus, I will say, right? Let's not discuss about that in much detail, but it is dependent on the machine. So this was the first interesting fact about the pointer. I hope you will keep in your mind. What was the fact? All pointer variables will have same size. Either it can be a 4 byte or it can be 8 byte depending on your machine. Okay, now the second interesting thing about the pointer is pointer itself is a variable. Okay, so as pointer is a variable, even pointer will have its address. So what is pointer? Pointer is something which is storing address of another variable, but pointer itself is a variable, so it will also have its address. Okay, let's quickly see. Let's see it from the program. Okay, so let me also put this separate over here after this. Okay, now let's see whether these variables, that is pvar and pdvar, which are the pointers, let's see whether they have an address or not. So for that, let's do cout and pvar. So if we write and pvar, then basically it is going to print address of pvar variable. Okay, and let's write endl after this, and then on the next line let me print address of pdvar. Okay, now let's compile this code again and let's execute it. Okay, so you can see that we are getting two addresses. Okay, and if you will observe carefully, these are nothing but address of pvar and pdvar. Okay, so what is the interesting fact about the pointer? Even pointer has its own address, and obviously it will have its own address because it is a variable, and every variable will have some address because it is getting some memory in the RAM, right? And if it is getting some memory in the RAM, then obviously it will have some address. So it was very common sense, but yeah, it is a fact about the pointer that pointer variable also have an address. And depending on this fact, we are going to discuss the next topic, that is pointer to a pointer. It is very interesting concept. See, as a pointer has its address, okay, so can we create a pointer to a pointer? So that is the thing that we are going to discuss in next video. See you in the next one.